Hello everyone, this is your girl Dawna from Exposed Multimedia Group and Destiny Production and Management. I am here with the cast members of my play, The Nursing Home. Hello ladies.
Hello.
How y'all doing?
Oh, great. How are you?
I'm good. Introduce yourself one by one and tell me who's your character that you play in the play, The Nursing Home.
My name is Ivy and my character is Tisha. I'm one of the CNAs that's working.
Okay.
My name is Letitia James, also known as Mahogany Jazz. I am playing Nurse Donna in this play.
Hi, I'm Karen Tangelder and I am the nursing supervisor at the nursing home.
Okay. And the reason why I wrote the play, The Nursing Home, because I want to bring awareness to too many people are not doing their job, they mistreating and just think it's okay. You know, we are healthcare providers and we need to understand that. You know, we took an oath to help other people, other individuals who cannot help themselves, you know, as they get older. And we have to realize too that one day us too will be in that situation where someone needs to take care of us. So be careful how you treat one. I mean, I get it, I understand that we need checks, you know, of course, we gotta pay our bills and everything like that, but also you have to understand too, some of these residents or patients in hospitals don't have no one else to turn to. Am I correct, ladies?
That's right. And not just all old, we got some young ones too.
Absolutely. So we need to know how to treat one another, how to respect and dignity for each another. You know, even staffing as in the nursing home. Staffing is very short. It's not just in one particular nursing homes. It's so many nursing homes that's short. It's around the world.
All over.
It's all over. It's around the world. And I'm sure that y'all seen it on the news and everything. The shortage, the accidents and stuff that's happening with the residents getting lost, dying, stuff like that. I mean, it's not cool. We need to respect our situation, our healthcare license, you know. So going back to the play, so how do you feel about the play, Ivy, as a CNA? How do you feel about it?
I like it. I think it touched on a lot of situations that's going on in these nursing homes. The families, the residents themselves, how the aides act towards the residents, towards each other. And with the nurses and supervisors as well, because a lot of the aides and the nurses and the supervisors supposed to have a relationship in order to keep the job going and make the job go, you know, good the whole day. But
teamwork.
Teamwork. But the aides and the nurses and the supervisors, we all get into it too, and it's like that everywhere. Nobody see eye to eye on what really goes on.
Right, absolutely. And sometimes we have to understand. Sometimes, now don't get me wrong. Now you get these residents who would, get at your nerves sometimes, but that's their job. They got nothing else to do, But you got to learn how to walk away from the situation, or take a breather, or even swipe out. Even I don't care who you are, CNA, nurse. If you don't want to give that meds and they're not taking your meds, like swipe out. Ask another nurse to do it and everything. I could say these things because I've been in this field over 30 years, so I know from a lot of different facilities from in town, out of town, how things go. And trust me when I tell you, everywhere you go, it's short staffing now these days. And when it's short staffing, we have a lot of attitude, that builds up because your frustration of being only 2 A's or 3 A's, you don't have that extra person to help out, so I understand that. Letitia, what's your insight?
Well, I find it to be something that everyone can relate to. I don't have any experience in the healthcare field. But, on the other end, having family members that, have been in nursing homes or been in facilities where they relied on the help of the staff, and I've personally seen where they haven't received the best care. So there's some elements in the play that I have, touched on that touched me personally, I should say, just from being, seeing family members go through certain things. And like you said, we get it, you get short-staffed or there may be issues that's going on. We're human and we, may have attitude or whatever, but there's a time and place for everything. And, like you said, anyone in the field took an oath to take care of those people, to do the best you can, because you wouldn't want people to treat you the same way. So I think it's something that's definitely relatable across the board.
Absolutely, but when you understand too, like one day, again, I'm gonna say this, you're gonna get old too. And you will, or a family member, a loved one, your child, anybody, it can happen to anyone. You gonna be in that situation. How do you want that person to treat you as an individual, as an old person? Because we all gonna make it there one day, hopefully, God willing, but yet still we have to respect the elderly, because without them, I don't care what you are, a doctor, a nurse, whoever you are in the hospital, in the nursing home, without people getting sick, without people getting old, we will not have jobs, correct?
Mm-hmm. Right.
Where would them jobs come from? We didn't have none of these situations going on here.
Right.
Absolutely.
So Karen, give me some of your insight about the play.
I think you did a great job. I really did. I think you
Thank you.
presented, a lot of very good points, obviously. When I take a look at it, though, I do agree in teamwork, and I think if people need to get along within the base that we are of their house, we are their base. Without us, they have nothing. And like, I need to put myself in your shoes more. You need to put yourself into my shoes. I'm getting call-outs from an office. I'm trying to look for extra staff to call in. I'm getting calls. I got to replace this person or that person. Somebody fell on a unit, but yet someone will say, oh yeah, what's that supervisor going to do? Or, there's a lot of things that you bring out that is really great.
Thank you.
That we all see. That I think that if we built that concrete bottom and work it up, that's going to reflect a lot on our
Absolutely.
on our patients, on our residents, and it's also going to make us, stronger people. I think so.
Yeah, because the play is about bringing awareness. It's not to belittle anybody, not to take away from anybody or any facilities or anything like that. It's to bring awareness. Because sometimes we could tell people things. Sometimes they don't hear the message, but they can see the message very clearly. So this is why I wanted to do this play, to bring, the vision to life, to see exactly how you are as an aide and how you are as a nurse and how these residents feel when you are short-staffed and you mistreating them and you just don't give 2 cents about them and you go on about your day. And I get it. Again, we all have rough days, but them residents don't care. At the end of the day, you're coming inside their home. You in a nursing home, that's their home. Period. Point blank. This is the last place they're gonna ever see again. This is where they're gonna die at. So we need to give them more respect. And we all been there where we've been frustrated. We just wanna quit our jobs. Like, it's just too much. Like, I'm sick of this. I'm short staffed and everything.
But think of being that resident that hears that mumbling going on at the desk.
Okay.
So and so's telling you, yeah, I didn't get my thing in my vacation day in my paycheck. Oh, well, I got mine. You better go down and check on with the payroll now. When they hear all these issues that are going on behind the desk, they're going to just holler out because they need attention, and that's negative attention.
Right.
But I don't even think it's just that, because a lot of people think that the way these elderly people, it's not only elderly people in a nursing home, but a lot of people think that the way they act is because it's intentional, I should say. When they cuss us out or they call us names or they throw things at us or they do things. It's not all intentional.
Right.
They're not all the same. It could be a sickness or illness or whatever that they're going through, and we just have to learn how to work around
And again, I said sometimes you need to go take a break or swipe out or go to an in-service coordinator. You feel like there's something going on with this resident or supervisor, something going on with the resident, you can't handle that resident, then go to an in-service coordinator, ask her, what is it, or how can we make a difference, and how can I, learn this resident, and how can I make, this day, the resident a better day, something like that, try. Just don't give up. It's like, what? Hell with that resident, I don't care. You go take care of that resident, I'm over it already.
Go read the care plan. Care plan, can we get a report?
Yeah.
Right. And they lack that too. Go ahead.
You brought up a good point about learning the residents. Because understanding their mannerisms, their ways, the way they think. And like you said, there might be something going on that's causing them to, say or do something a certain way. If you just take the time, and residents also, because I've seen some residents that
So push your buttons.
Right.
Right.
Take the time to learn one another, and that will help you adapt. That will help, with the frustration.
Right.
Maybe less of an attitude, or just because it, like you said, it all goes back to one day we may be in that position and we would not want to be treated that way. If you just take that time to be patient with one another, learn one another, and understand. I mean, a lot of these times, again, I'm not in the field, but I know, like you, other people, they've worked so many hours, most of their lives and their time is spent with these patients.
Right.
So it's almost like they can be an extended family.
Absolutely. And
So-
sometimes they don't have no other family to turn to, so you are the only family
Right.
that they have. So I would say treat them with respect and dignity, because again, one day it could be you.
I know me, like when they started cussing me out and calling me names, the one
Get cussed it a lot.
I try to make it fun. Like, wait, what did you do? Try to make it fun. Like I said, we were family, and try to take it back to like maybe throwing a game or something
Right.
here and there. Because if you don't, oh my Lord Jesus, you're gonna be pissed off. You're
Right.
gonna cuss them
Best
out.
of
You're gonna look. I'm not the one to play with. Do not.
Oh, good job.
And then they get to call you names. You want to call them a name back, and it's like, nope, you can't do that. That's verbal abuse.
And that's true. That's true. But I feel like, as the new generation is coming into the nursing homes and the hospitals and working as CNAs or LPNs or RNs, whatever their case might be, they need to learn that too. And for the life of me, nurses, please stop saying, I didn't go to school to change that resident. I didn't go to school to do this and that. That drives me insane, because at the end of the day, nursing 101, you had to do all that. You had to change that resident, you had to feed that resident, you had to get the meds to that resident, you had to do everything for that resident. So stop saying you didn't go to school for that. Just because you pass pills now, it doesn't mean a damn thing. At the end of the day, you need to make sure you take care of those residents just as well.
Thank you.
I agree with you. I've never done that in myself. I never would. If I ever became that cold-hearted type of a nurse, I was going to leave the field. I always told myself that.
Right.
So you have to really, report. Report the ones that you do see.
Right.
That's the only way you're going to get change, really.
Right.
Because I personally have a heart for the elderly. To help us like an animal.
Right. Again, sometimes too, it goes back to teamwork. If you see somebody getting out of control, out of hand, or whatever the case might be, it's okay to say, you know what, Karen, I know you're a little frustrated, so maybe you should go take a break. Or, matter of fact, I'm gonna take that resident from you because I can see it's about to get out of hand.
Yeah, there you go. Another good solution.
Yeah, so we just gotta be mindful of how we treat one another and how we treat our residents. And again, for the younger generation that's coming into this nursing field too, stop looking at this as a paycheck. It's crazy. I see so many people losing their jobs now these days. I see a lot of people going on the news, losing their job, and you hang around the wrong people in this nursing field. Be mindful of your license, because once your license is being taken away, I don't care who you are, it's done, it's gone. You can never get those licenses back again. Correct?
Oh, that's right.
And how many people do you see in this nursing field that treated people wrong? And have you
I'd be
ever
writing to Albany, definitely, and reporting them.
I've seen a lot.
Right.
I've seen a lot. It's so sad.
Too.
I've seen a lot.
Right. So what is your insight of the nursing homes, period? Irene, how do you feel that we can make a change in a nursing home?
I think it really pretty much start with the supervisor, the DON of the building, only because at the end of the day, when we as an aide or a nurse don't know what to do, the next person we got to go to is the DON of the building. So if we can't act as grown folks and learn how to do teamwork, it'll have to be that person. So I feel like when we have our in-services and we all get together and we speak about the care that we're giving our residents, or the machines and stuff we got to use, or whatever the in-service is about, I believe that should be the time where we should all open up and discuss whatever the real issue is going on in the nursing home. Because if it's not going to be discussed, it's not going to be handled at all, and we're just going to be going on with our attitudes all day, every day. These residents is going to feel it. They're going to feel the wrath of it, and the family's gonna see it, and then that's where our licenses become in jeopardy because we're gonna try to handle it our way, the only way we know how, and that's mouthing off back. Or if the residents try to attack us, we're gonna try to attack them back. Or it's. I just think it start with the DON. Yeah, we just all need to speak in service together because we can't get it right.
So if you get a nursing home, are we even in service?
Teamwork makes
Teamwork makes exactly. Karen, what's your intake about nursing homes or hospitals? I think you worked in both places, correct?
I did.
Do you find that the hospital more difficult or the nursing home more difficult to work in?
I think a nursing home is more difficult to work in. You don't have the clinical support behind you. I mostly came from an ER, so I started with elderly, and then I had like 20 some years of ER, and then ended with elderly. So it's a different ballgame when you are a supervisor in a nursing home and you don't have that support behind you. You're talking about wanting support and teamwork right just amongst us. Think about this nursing supervisor who needs some support clinically too on patients that, like she says, we're admitting more and more and more younger people today. These do resuscitate people. Are people trained that way? That's my frustration of being in a nursing home when I've worked as opposed to a hospital. I knew where my crash cart was. I knew where my other RN was. Nobody left a department without telling each other. We were like a little town in there.
Right. So you're saying that it's more, in the hospital, it's more organized than a nursing home?
Oh, much more organized, but it's also, again, you have more support, levels of support. You might have a nurse practitioner there behind you. You might have, the docs at the nursing home aren't just a phone call away as they claim they are. It's very frustrating to dial quite a few times trying to reach somebody when you have a patient going down. But as I say, younger people, you're going to need to know how to revive these people. You're going to need to go through emergency type work. Otherwise don't admit those types of people. So I don't know if people have really all looked fully at the huge aspect of all of it.
Right. And as a real supervisor, I'll get to you in a minute. As a real supervisor, because you are a real supervisor, how do you feel with staffing situation, like with the aides from the LPNs? How is it different between the two? Or is there no difference?
I don't really think there's any difference. I really don't. So people that would have attitudes and try to say, I have a license and you don't, so I'm not going to pick up that bag. That's a horrible thing for anybody to do just because she's an LPN versus a CNA. A CNA took her own training and has her own diplomas or whatever.
Well, they all have, everybody, what people don't understand, does not matter, LPN, RN, CNA, it's all licensed.
Right.
Completely licensed. There's different type of licenses.
You all help each other. You're all the same. You're equals, and you should be anyway.
Exactly. I don't feel like nobody's better than another person just because you have a little paper behind you saying that I'm a nurse or I'm a RN or anything like that. I don't feel the need that you're different than I am or she is or anybody else is.
Never.
I don't care if you're a DON or administrator at the same time.
Exactly.
Are the same. I agree.
Oh yeah. So just a question. So you said something like for the new generation coming in, they all need to learn how to be able to take care of these patients, like with the DNRs or whatever. But in a nursing home, when a person expired or they need to either be resuscitated, or if they're not resuscitated, they're a DNR. The only people to attend to those residents is supposed to only be the supervisor and the nurse. So where do the aide, or what kind of training do you think the aide need to have in order to try to...
You need a lot of training if you're going to revive people. I mean, there's different aspects. Again, back from a hospital, you have a respiratory therapist that's going to be bagging oxygen into this person while the other nurse is drawing this blood work up, and we're trying to find out why did this person just pass out all of a sudden. And this is a save the person. And now you got them in a cardiac monitor. Would you know how to read a cardiac monitor? I mean, you're getting into a big
whole
ball.
situation, right?
So you can't do that witching on this young stuff, but I know that they're sending more and more young people there to rehabs.
Yeah, I mean they do have for CNAs CPR or something like that, but that's totally type of different inside the nursing home and everything because you got to learn so much more than just.
And then they have to call the ambulance.
Absolutely.
See, that's the thing. We can't even, CNAs can't even call the ambulance in the nursing homes.
Yeah,
we can't call the ambulance.
frustrating.
We can't resuscitate. We can't.
Well, you're
there's
limited.
nothing.
You're limited to what you can do. So it's like different levels of licenses, although everyone is licensed.
I think they'll start
Right.
going through
Our
some
job
books
is just
and
to alert the nurse.
making some
But
additions.
let's take that back because I don't feel like your job is just as more important than anybody else's job because you are more hands-on.
Right.
You know, so you as a CNA, you say you only job I can't do this, can't do that. No, you have a big job yourself because without you, how nurses are going to be able to do their work either. Because you're the hands-on, so you see something wrong. Sometimes the nurses don't see what you might see. They might see, you might see, okay, this one's lethargic. Sweating and everything, something going wrong, a different change in their attitude. Because sometimes people don't understand too. Residents act out because there is something going on medically, like you were saying earlier, and it could be a UTI when they really acting out, and it's totally a big change. It's something going on with their residents. So it's not necessarily like they're trying to be funny and be different and give you a hard time, but something's really going on within their body. Just like you might change as a human, as a younger person because something going on in your body. Your attitude might change and you probably don't want to be bothered or nothing like that. So you have to take that into realization and understand that this happens to older people too as well.
But I do think that aides need to have more training or should. Well, I guess that's where the LPN should come in at, that we should go to school and pay, and do more. But I do believe that we need to be able to have another more responsibility, only because when a situation goes on, what we're supposed to do, our first thing, put the call light on, let your nurse know, and then if it's really that serious, the nurse will tell you to go and get the supervisor. Mm-hmm. But again, we as the aides, we are the first responders because these are the residents that we see them more, and we know when there's a difference or a change going on. So say if I see somebody, a resident I know, who normally wouldn't be doing a situation that's going on that they're doing, I go and let the nurse know. The nurse will be like, okay, well just let them sleep it off, or just let them lay there for a little bit. So
that's when you go into, there's different type of nurses. You got your nurses that care. And then you get your nurses that don't care. That's just there for a paycheck. Let's keep it real, 100. So at the end of the day, you went to school to help these residents out, And sometimes they might not be that they don't care. They might be really busy, backed up with something. But if they're gonna be that busy, make sure you remind them yourself. Like, don't forget about so and so because so and so's not feeling good today, and I brought that to your attention. Maybe you forgot, but let me bring it back to you again.
And I have a beautiful story about a CNA. Talk about being on the personal end as well as being, up to par with the residents and beyond. I personally fell at work and was calling out and nobody really heard me. And this aide comes running down through a stairwell and she just, motherly love. I mean, she ran, she got these towels. I had this huge hematoma, which is this cut here and bleeding all over. And what did she do? She came, she laid there right with me, and she just laid next to me and took care of me just like a mother. I mean, she was just so sweet.
And you have the ones that really
so you have that love for each other,
Absolutely.
I'd love to see that with everywhere.
Yeah, we would love to see that. No way it's gonna happen because you've been very quiet today.
No. People who know me know I am not quiet.
Right. We know.
No, something, because again, I don't have any experience in the field, but when you asked the question before, something to the effect of, what can make the nursing homes or the facilities better, and I'm listening to what you were saying, I'm listening to the story you just gave, me again, not, knowing any of the background in that field, but it starts, in my opinion, with that individual.
Right. Absolutely.
Like you said, you have some that care, some that don't care. Like if you genuinely have that love and care for another individual. It doesn't have to be a family member. Just you don't want to see anyone go through any pain or hurt, or you just want to see them comfortable. Like if it's in your heart.
Right.
If a lot of people had that characteristic, I guess, lack for a better word, that would definitely help the facility be a better place.
Absolutely.
You would have the less stress.
Okay, so here's the question. How do you go and wean them out?
Well, that's
re-interview everybody. Take some of these sharper attitudes. All right, out the door, sorry.
I mean, and that's a good question.
No, you have a bunch of people to take care of out there, they can't go and help. Harriet can't help Thomas.
People doing wrong and stuff like that, you gotta discipline them, and a certain amount of discipline, and after they, you do it several times, but not bringing they care or they making a change about it, then that's when you get rid of them. Plain simple, they gotta go.
Especially if their problem is with neglect. That's one thing you don't want to have.
Right, you want to get rid of that right away.
You move that out immediately, exactly.
Yeah, right away. So this is why I did the play, The Nursing Home, to bring awareness to everyone to how we might be treating one another as staff members and how we treat our residents as well. And like Letitia said, it starts with you. You have to make a change within yourself to want to do better. And to do better is to know better, correct?
Right.
100%.
Absolutely. So you don't want to miss this play, The Nursing Home. It is
Don't
August
miss it.
9th, 10th, and 11th. And let me just make it clear to you, tickets go on sale tomorrow, July 9th, tomorrow evening. This play will be sold out. It will hit radios real soon. So it's going to be sold out. It's 100 seats. And this theater is at the Alleyway Theater, August 9th, 10th, 11th. On the 11th, it's an after party. We'll let you know all about that at the play. You'll see the great performers, great actors, poetry. It's gonna be so nice. I'm so blessed and I'm so thankful, so humble to have all the great actors that's on, my cast members and all the singers, Kiara and Dave Stewie, who's gonna be performing, and Letitia. She didn't know that just now. She didn't know that just now. And the poetry, Tanika and Truletta, who also one of the actors at CNA. And I'm very thankful, and I thank God, because I posted I did this play so many years ago, and I didn't do it because what people don't understand, I wait for God to give me the sign. I don't go off of what people say. I have to wait till God give me that. So God told me when everything started hitting the news as in short staffing and people going to jail for this and residents are dying for that, God said now is the time for you to do this play. Now, we know you supposed to did it years ago, but now it's the time. Anybody that knows me will tell you, yeah, she supposed to did this play years ago, but now I'm finally doing it. And who better to do it than the person who's been in this field for over 30 years, who knows the ins and outs. But I thank God for putting that on me, and I thank everyone who's been supporting me and supporting all of us who will be out at the play. So make sure you don't miss it. If you have any questions, you can email me at exposedmultimediagroup at gmail.com. Dang, I'm just thankful, so I'm excited.
Yeah, mine too.
So once again, check us out. Tickets tomorrow evening will be on sale at Doors Records in Buffalo, New York. And again, the play is at the Alleyway Theater, one curtain up alley, right next to Shays. August 9th, 10th, 11th, August 9th and 10th, that's a Friday and Saturday. Showtime, doors open up at 7, showtime's at 8. Sunday the 11th, doors open up at 4, showtime starts at 5. After party starts at 8 p.m. at a different spot, which will be announced at the play. Again, thank you everyone, God bless, love you all.
Thank you, everyone.
See you there.